Triggers
Hey,
me every
Greg.
time.
Every time, he's a little narc, man.
Hello,
He's just a little
Craig.
narc. He's just a little narc,
How's
man.
that?
So anyway, welcome to Clear as Mud. Tonight, I'm your host, Riveter. I'm joined by Seth. God, D.Max.
Hi, or I don't know what are we making noises now? Is that how we intro?
I guess so. And
Yeah.
GG Hearts.
No, that was
That was the best
Okay.
one. That was
All
No,
right.
good.
So
no, you gotta. Come on, Gigi. You gotta really spaz out. You know, your mouth really gotta do the.
There you go.
Yeah,
That's
that's
better.
better.
all
I'll
right.
accept
Okay.
it.
Not that
So
time of the month.
uh,
Give me a few days.
Hey,
I'll
yo.
get there.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. You ladies and your times of the month. Jesus
All right.
Christ.
So anyway, this will be the first recorded podcast that we put out post our 4-part series on
Grade A under.
grade A under A. And so I had come up with an idea of going back and looking at an old drama. But since this podcast is probably going to come out around Christmas, I thought it was a little bit dark and to do right before Christmas. So I'm going to save it to probably when we come back in January when it's one of my turns to bring it. I ran it by DMax. He said, "Yeah, it's a little heavy. Let's wait till after." So I've got that one in the rucksack, so we can pull that out after first year. But I thought then that got me to thinking, okay. So one of the things that we kind of touched a little bit with, but we really didn't get into too much, was that when when Grade A and Leafy and Pyro and stuff was going after Keemstar, right? We got into a little bit where Grade A is going into after Keemstar and stuff was trying to shut him down or to quote, put the big axe to Keemstar and DramaAlert and everything. They routed or they encouraged people to go start listening to this other news commentator by the name of Scarce. So Scarce was a creator who started off in the COD community, kind of like Keemstar did. That's kind of where he started, was covering news and stuff within the COD community. And this video that we're going to be watching is from 8 years ago. And I searched, I think this was actually probably the first real big kind of a disagreement that Keemstar and Scarce ever had at the time. And Scarce would have been a high schooler, like 16, 17 years old when this happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
So anyway,
just
go ahead.
sorry, just because a little bit of context for people that don't know if they haven't seen those other episodes, just really quick. Keemstar, famously DramaAlert, TMZ, the internet kind of a thing. Scarce, kind of, I guess, walking in the shadow or, kind of walking behind in the footsteps kind of a thing. Eventually started making his own sort of a deal with it. But like pretty much it was just that like Scarce was was seen as like the boring sort of like middle of the road, would just present the facts of a situation, wouldn't really put his opinion into it. He was kind of doing like the more ethical side of what the, if the journalistic practices thing was a thing for commentary, that was what Scarce was doing. Keemstar was more of the entertainer, right? Everything was a show. He wanted, if there was a drama, he wanted to make it even bigger so that he can sell more, I don't know, Keemstar mugs or whatever he was hucking at the time. G Fuel, whatever it was, right? So Scarce has always been seen as kind of like the more serious, the more, or at least the more dry, maybe not serious, but more dry and just like hardline facts and all that. So that was Scarce's reputation at the time.
Yeah. So this video is actually from October of 2015.
Wow.
So this predates the whole like Grade A Leafy Pyrocynical by probably about 3 years, because I think that actually happened like 2018-ish. I think is when now that happened.
Peepaw and I are going to be in the same boat here. I was a viewer as well at this point too. I mean, I was doing work. I was doing YouTube stuff, but I wasn't in commentary.
I was a viewer.
You were
Uh,
see, so we're all there. We're all there.
Yeah.
honestly, this here is prior to me coming into this part of the internet.
Ooh, so you
At
weren't
this
even
point
in
in time,
commentary. You weren't even like
no,
looking at commentary.
no. I didn't come in till like 2016. Um,
Mm.
so because I used YouTube, but it was just to go watch my old 80 Hairs band videos because MTV didn't play them anymore. So I'd go and
Right.
watch the old because the old videos and stuff were up here on YouTube. So that's what I
Gotta love
used
bare naked
YouTube to.
ladies.
Yeah,
A
I see.
journey.
I didn't know that there was even a thing where people created content and put on YouTube. I didn't even know that was even a thing. I didn't
Mm.
discover
Oh,
that.
okay.
I can't, I'm a little bit fuzzy. It was either I found through a recommendation. It was either it happened really close together because you know how the things work. You click on one, then all of a sudden you start getting everything recommended. So
Right.
it was either a Drama Alert video or it was a Clausewell's crazy trolling video. I want to
Mm.
think it was a Clausewell's crazy trolling video because he would make, and before he ever started making any type of commentary videos, he would go into games and just troll people because he sounded like a 90-year-old British man even back then.
Right. Right.
Um, and he would troll. But anyway,
Yeah.
so this predates even me. So I didn't know about this. So me finding this so I'm and I watched part of this, but I didn't watch all of it. I just watched enough of it to kind of get a idea. So I'm going to be kind of coming into this code as well, right?
Okay.
So this
Oh.
is going to be one where I don't know the lore on this one. So I can't even tell you other than I know that the name of the video is Keemstar versus Red Scarce, hashtag Drama Alert, KSI, and uh,
Gujon.
Gudion Danielle. So this was actually a Drama Alert video. So we'll just watch the part that is pertaining to the KS or the
Keemstar
Scarce.
versus Scarce.
Scarce,
Yeah.
and it was Red Scarce back then because Scarce was actually part of a cod pro
Right.
team, but named Red.
Yep.
What
So anyway, here we
is
go.
up, DramaAlert Nation? I'm your host, Killer Keemstar. Let's get right into the news.
Now, one of the first things that this kind of
Oof.
strikes me funny as, take a good look at how young Keem looks in this video.
Yeah.
Can
Yeah.
I say
I notice
something?
that's why he keeps his forehead covered a lot nowadays because it really hides his age the best.
Well, he's always
Um,
had that hat on, though.
Yeah, he always wore a
I
hat.
have that
Always.
hat. I make it a point. I made it a point to buy that hat because this
Did you?
era is this is my
Yeah.
era.
All right.
Yeah.
So what is it you wanted to say, Seth?
Yeah. Can I say something here without being attacked?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sure.
I think
guess.
he aged pretty gracefully. I definitely think he's better looking now.
Yeah,
Instead
he's a
of
little bit.
what are you trying to
He's
get out
more
of
know
Keemstar?
me at this point.
What are
he's
you
got
trying to
he's
get?
got a little bit like here he's just a little bit too young. He's not really like anything special. But then when you reach the age where you're a DILF, that's when
Yeah.
things like start being. Can I say
Well,
that?
back in the day,
Yeah.
Is this harassment? Maybe clip that out.
No,
you
no,
guys.
no, no. You're fine.
No.
No,
Well,
that's
we're
fine.
fine. So this was when Clausen and them everybody would call him a rat, right? And if you look at him, because he was a lot slimmer, I think back then.
Mhm.
Definitely he does look a little ratty. He does kind of have some rat characteristics or
Well,
features.
I think the reason why he got the gnome thing is not
Yeah.
necessarily because of the way he styles his beard. It's literally his
No.
cheeks. Like, look at they're like
Yeah.
shiny. They look
Yeah.
very like jolly kind of
He's
a
got
thing.
apple
You know?
apple cheeks.
Yeah, apple
Yeah.
cheeks. Yeah. Anyway,
Nice. Anyway.
I've debated whether or not to make this video. I wasn't sure if I wanted to make it or not.
You know what? If I had a nickel for every one of the videos back in the day where
Yeah.
he
Said that
had that
one.
opening, I would be rich and not be
Not just
working right now.
him. Not just him. Like a bunch
Oh
of
yeah,
YouTubers.
Oh,
a
sure,
lot of
everybody.
YouTubers, yeah.
Oh,
But
that's my favorite
he-
trope is you
yeah,
start out a video
yeah.
and you're just like, guys, I really didn't want to make this video, but after some time and deliberation and talking with my family and friends and, people
Yeah.
in the chat, wonderful
Yeah.
viewers like you, press like on the stream. I feel like I had to. So I apologize ahead of time. It's like, there's always the couching of it. It makes the viewer
Yeah.
go, whoa, this is like really serious.
And if you
Yeah.
really want to support me when you're checking out and buying your G Fuel, use code Keem.
Yes. Code Keem. Hashtag code Keem.
Nice code Keem.
But there's a lot of information all over the place, and I've seen some people making videos about it and getting the story completely wrong.
Hang on. A story involving Keemstar wrong? What? What? Reoccurring theme, right? Keemstar. Every time someone does a video or does a story involving Keemstar, they never tell it right because it never paints Keemstar in the most perfect light where he comes out smelling like a rose every time. That's just,
Yeah, that's
so
honestly fucked up that people have been trying to, smear him like this for years.
for years, he's just a harmless little guy,
Yeah,
So
he's definitely, look at him. He's got them apple
Yeah.
cheeks.
So
yeah, he got those apples.
I figured it was best that I told you guys exactly what's been going on for the last couple days, and why I've tweeted what I've tweeted and why I've said what I've said. It basically started like this. A couple days ago, Nate Shot tweeted out, "What a time to be alive." This guy named Matthew.
Wait, what? Seriously? Oh my god! I had a hidden memory occurred that one time I tweeted at Nate Shut like back in 2015, and he blocked me.
Oh god.
There's just I had an upticks controller for my Xbox, and it was something like, "This shit sucks, fuck you," and then he blocked me.
Free Seth. I wonder if you still have the block. That'd be fun. to
No,
look
I
at.
don't have that account anymore.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
You responded by
imagine
saying,
that.
"My grandpa just died." Thanks for the tweet. Now, I thought this was funny because obviously his grandfather did not die. Obviously he's responding to what Nate.
This is the funniest thing.
What the fuck? What? How does he
Yeah.
know that? Obviously, I don't. How is that? Is that
It's
obvious?
because it's obvious. It's just obvious.
It's
No,
just
but I'm-
obvious that his
That is such a
grandfather did that.
funny joke. Imagine someone tweeting, "I'm happy right now," and you just tweeting back like, "Well, I'm not because my grandma just died. Fuck you."
No, but like I'm just saying, like, yeah, what circumstance would somebody actually say that as a joke? I just feel like that's
No,
I
it's
feel like
it's
that's
the absurdity of it. You don't get
Yeah.
it.
no. I get no. That I can appreciate the absurdity of it if this was like a Chevy Chase film or something like this, but this is real life. I feel like it's perfectly reasonable for somebody's grandma just to like, bleh, you know what I mean? Like it
Yeah.
happens all the time.
No, you don't get
But
it.
It
but
could
you
happen
don't
at any
understand.
moment.
Well,
Yeah.
here's exactly. But here's what you don't understand. See, is Keemstar has an all-knowing third eye in his forehead that sees everything.
Yeah.
And so
That's
when
why he
someone
keeps the
tweets
cap
something,
on.
exactly, he has to keep it covered up because it's just too powerful. And when he can sit there and he can infer and he knows exactly what person is tweeting out. He has that ability. It is a special ability that third eye gives him. And so that's why this was obvious. It was just so obvious. So, and I want you to keep this in mind that this is the heart and reason why this whole drama that we're fixing to get into happened between him and Scarce. Is because somebody tweeted out that their grandfather passed away in a response to a tweet by
Shot said, "What a time to be
Nate Shot.
alive," as a joke, as a troll. I took a screenshot of it and tweeted it out saying, "Ha ha ha ha." And that's when an Obey member responded to it by saying, "I don't think that's funny at all." And I responded back to him saying, "You're being emotional," or I don't know exactly what I said, but I responded back to him basically saying, "You're being emotional." And
I don't believe that for a second. He probably
I'm
said,
sure
"Quit-"
that's exactly how lightly he put it too. You
Sure.
know?
I'm sure. I'm sure. Like quit being a whiny bitch is probably more along the lines of what.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. But again,
come on.
but he shows no receipts, right?
No.
So, come on, Keemstar, watch the
he uploaded a
rule.
video
Come on.
to Twitter, and he said some sexual stuff about my 6-year-old daughter. And
Disavow.
Disavow.
Yeah, well, yeah, disavow. Again,
Obviously
we don't.
disavow.
Yeah, exactly. But here again, we don't know what was said. All this stuff is gone now,
Right.
so we have to take Keemstar's word for it. So,
Yeah,
Mm.
well, you know it's bad if I say this out loud. I'm not gonna. That's fucked.
Yeah, yeah, it is. Without a doubt, right? So we're going to take
And
Keemstar's word for it here. So
Can I just point out the
yeah,
leg of disavow from Gigi?
You
you
know,
100%,
I don't
you
know that I
100%
believe
can't
that
put that
this
out.
happened. I'm waiting to hear the whole story. I'm withholding judgment.
Okay,
Okay.
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 Fair enough. Fair enough.
That's fair. That's actually
Yeah.
fair. Yeah, I get
for
Yeah.
that.
those
fair.
of you
There
that
we go.
aren't parents out there, it's going to be harder for you to understand. But for those of you that are parents, you're going to understand that someone says something like that about your kid, you're gonna defend your kid. I thought that he just career ended himself. I thought he was going to be kicked from Obey. I mean, you know, Obey is a Call of Duty team. They have sponsors. You know, you can't have your
That's a really funny way to. That's a really
Yeah.
funny way to say that you
Skirting.
went on a campaign, which is, I'm
Mm.
Yeah.
sure, what happened.
Well,
I thought
it's
for sure that he was just going to be nuked from every team in existence
Yeah.
because of this one random comment he
Yeah.
made on the internet. But I was going to make sure of that, and nobody even paid attention to me. Is basically what
Well,
he's saying.
And do you like how he's, they're a Call of Duty team with sponsors. So, I mean, he's not
Yeah,
saying go
exactly.
after their
No.
sponsors, but he's not saying not go after their sponsors either. So, you
Exactly
know,
what he's saying.
I love
kind
Keem.
of a backdoor, a
He's the
little bit of a
best.
backdoor. He's the greatest, man.
He's the
He's
best.
the greatest. Yo, I'm glad I never had his follow and lost it. It would be devastating
Oh
to me,
yeah, I
but
guess do I announce that now publicly? Yes, I have lost the Keemstar follow. I don't know
oh,
what
you
did
don't
it. I
have
think
to.
it might be.
I did this morning, so
Oh,
I
did
beat
you
you to
tell?
the
You
punch.
told the world? Oh wow.
I
Okay. Well,
told the
fair
world.
enough.
I
Yeah,
broke the
I
Oh,
think
okay,
I think
well.
what did it was because I compared him in like a fancy fur coat to what is his name, Leo,
Leo,
whatever.
yeah.
Leo.
I think that's what did it. And it's funny because like I wasn't even making the joke about him. Like I
Yeah.
feel like if I had just worded that tweet a little, I just put
Yeah.
like a gasp emoji. That's all I put in the
Yeah.
picture. And I feel like if I just worded that differently, maybe I would have been able to retain it. But
Oh
whatever.
God.
He'll
I
come
don't.
back. He'll come back. He
Whatever.
always
Okay,
does.
well, if we're mentioning each other's Twitter shortcomings, people, you also lost Colossal's follow, so you know
Damn.
you're not without blame.
Like, you're really
Did that
hitting him
really
where it
happen?
hurts,
You
Seth. How
know.
could you?
You know what, Seth?
Hmm.
That may have just cost you favorite co-host status.
No,
Oh no.
Who's in the running?
no.
We got 3 in the running.
It's probably going to be at this point, honestly, Pizzle.
I knew it. I
She's
knew
not
it was
even
gonna be
here.
Pizzle. I felt it.
She's not even here though. That's not
What I'm
fair.
saying.
Like that matters.
I
Yeah,
didn't matter
can
before.
you-
I guess with
can
Seth,
you
so
It
it's
didn't
right.
matter before.
I think you should pick Gigi.
Seth, this
Nah,
is
I
just
think
like
it'll
cementing the
keep me
fact.
working hard.
Here's the thing.
There you
Gigi's
go,
going to
yeah.
have to start cooking. Gigi's going to start cooking. She's going to start making some banger content, taking people to task. She's going to have to come up. Gigi's going to start Gigiing.
You
Yeah.
obviously haven't seen Gigi's Sims streams. Okay, they are
I have
fire.
not. I've got to go check out the Sim streams. I've been
They are
negligent.
fire the way she starts playing Jessica's videos so low that it doesn't even matter.
Listen, it's for me, okay?
It's for
Jessica's there
her. It's
for me.
not for
Yeah,
you
sorry.
guys.
That's sorry.
Exactly.
I get
Yeah.
that. That's why it's the same
All right.
stream. Yeah.
So the only person in this room right now is me that have kids. So the other 3, you guys can't relate
That
to
you
what
know
I have kids.
what
I
the
have
Keem-
kids.
That you know of.
you don't have. Okay.
I have kids.
You guys can't relate to what Daniel is going through here right now, but I can because I am a father. And so I'm here for you, bro. If I could do it right now, we would do a cool dad fist pump right now through the screen. Boom.
Hell yeah. Khakis
Okay.
on and everything.
Exactly.
Okay, well, here's why
Yeah.
that's bullshit.
Talking about how you hate your
like,
wives.
if people will come out here and be like, they attacked my kid. Did they, though? Are you sure? Because I don't think they attacked
Well, okay.
you, and maybe they used your
So,
kid.
well, I will say this. During this time frame, there were several different creators that did go after his daughter.
Yeah.
And they were pretty heinous. Even one of them even did some drawings of her that were not appropriate.
Yeah.
Um,
But it was actually really fucked up.
It was really horrific what they were saying about his daughter. So yeah,
They were
were they?
genuinely people going after people's kids.
Well,
Yeah.
well,
Was
not
the
necessarily
first
the
case-
kids. Okay. So let me say this clearly. They were going after Keem, but they were using his kid to go after him. Does that
Yeah.
clarify
The
it? I
intention
mean,
was
Well, sure, but if
to
they were
make him
using her
mad or to
imagery, I would
yeah.
feel like that's just as much about her. Like she's gonna grow up at some
sure,
point and she will have to
sure,
Yes.
see.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
they were
They might have
using her image. Yes,
yeah,
and
obviously the
so
kid didn't do anything wrong. They were trying to go
no,
after Keem for it, but they
yeah,
used the kid to go
which
after
is
Keem, and so
which is
yeah.
1,000,000% wrong.
It is
So
100% wrong. The one caveat to that, and I say this like tepidly and not like,
yeah,
but like Keem did make her kind of a public person just by like posting
sure,
clips of her and stuff on
sure,
Twitter. So she
sure,
was known. It wasn't like it was
yeah,
like he was
yeah,
trying to hide her kind of a thing or anything like that.
no,
So
no,
I still think it's wrong. Still think it's obviously
yeah.
terrible, but
I mean, the thing was, Keem was a proud daddy, and I get that. But when
yeah,
you're as a public and polarizing figure as Keem is,
yeah.
I'm sorry, you don't get to be a proud dad and brag on your kid
But
online. You
and
just,
to my understanding too,
yeah,
she was a pretty tough cookie about it. So she took it
sure, I'm sure,
all,
sure she
pretty
probably,
well.
well, she kind
She
of has
knew
to,
Yeah.
about
right?
it? What the what do you
Yeah.
she was 6.
A
Why
few of
would
the
she know
things.
about it?
I'm
It was
sure a
well,
few other things.
I
Yeah,
think it was later. I think it was a later thing that I'm
yeah,
thinking of as well.
later,
But
yeah,
I just
probably
know that
so. Yeah,
she heard about it, because Keemstar was a huge deal at the time. I think
yeah,
she ended up hearing about it probably like at school and stuff.
yeah.
Because.
Because you got to
So
remember, at one point in time, I'm gonna say probably because this was in 2015, so I'm gonna say
yeah,
probably 2, 3 years later, which would have made her about 9 or 10. Yeah, that demographic
yeah,
100% knew about Keem, knew that Keem was her dad. There's no way they didn't, and of course they were bringing all that stuff to her, right?
yeah.
There's no doubt in my mind.
That's what kids do.
And unfortunately, that's one of the drawbacks of having a quasi celebrity, I guess you'd call it, parent. I mean,
Yeah,
all that stuff is, because you got kids out there that are going to bring that stuff to you for the sole reason is to hurt you, right? To upset you because they don't like you or they're envious or whatever. And yeah, of course they're going to bring it to rub it in your face. But anyway,
yeah.
so
Things
let's
about
let's
6-year-old
get
little
on
girls.
into the story here.
But Obey acted different. They defended him. After hours of talking to him, they made him delete the video and they made him apologize, which I kind of liked, but I'm kind of shocked that they didn't kick him. But when he made the apology video, I listened to it, and basically, he let this little internet spat get the best of him, excuse me, and I forgave him. And then
But did you?
Why didn't he edit that? Why didn't he edit out that fumbling?
Well, because
Because it couldn't be
Keemstar doesn't
bothered to
edit.
couldn't be bothered, did it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, though, if he really truly forgave him and whatever, then why is he talking about it now? Why is he talking about they didn't kick him out? They got sponsors. They're a big
Mm-hmm.
COD team. I mean, come on. I
It's
mean,
just yeah, it's just Keem needs to be honest and needs to say I think that guy is a POS, and
yeah,
I
I
hope he
don't
takes a long
just
walk off a short bridge.
short
Like
here.
I'd be fine with
Exactly.
that. It's like, dude,
Yeah,
he did that to your kid, like, or he said that about your kid. Like, I
sure.
get it. You don't got to
And
couch it. It's fine, dude.
but this was still an era in time where King tried to portray himself as a good guy, and I
As a
don't
good
think he
guy and
does.
neutral is the two
Yeah, and
things he wanted to put
yeah,
out.
and he's not that. He never was that
No,
ever. I think he's
but
finally
Scarce
given up.
is.
I think he's kind of given up on that, right? I don't think he tries to put forth that
And
persona
thank God,
anymore.
it's a
Yeah,
little bit better. I mean, some of
he,
the funny snaky
yeah,
shit that he would do in order to get to that end was what made him so,
yeah,
that was the vinegar. But I don't know. Yeah, it's probably
mhm,
better that he doesn't do that
and
anymore.
that was it.
Doesn't
yeah.
even
That was pretty
try.
much the end of it. I was still kind of mad at Obey for not kicking him. I'm surprised they defended him at first. But then a video came from Scarce, and if you don't know who Scarce is,
Did the man just face dox this boy? I wonder. Like, I'm not accusing him of
Uh,
anything, but like, this is exactly the kind of thing that Keemstar would have done at that point. He would
well,
have just been like,
I'll,
this guy fucking
yeah. So
scarce.
here's the thing. I don't. I know Scarce had the big face reveal, but that was a long time after this.
After this, yeah.
Yeah.
So what
So
the
A good
hell
I
is this?
don't think I think maybe some photos were like public in quotation marks. That's probably
Yeah,
Like
maybe. I don't know. But can we just say
What is this face?
Scarce was
some.
maybe like, was
He
he,
looks like a
was he
thumb
maybe
thumb.
16, 17, maybe 15? I mean,
Yeah,
he's a
he's got to be
kid.
like
Is he
15, 16.
Asian? What's going on, man? He's not Asian though. I've seen him. What's going on, bro? Open
This
up
is
eyes.
Scarce is like what from this photo and like all the other photos I've seen of the guy now. Like
Yeah.
he is the most varied in weight, like or in like body type
Yeah.
person I've ever met. It's like he's like gelatinous. He has no bones. He's just
Yeah.
like he's just whatever shape in whatever moment. He's a
Yeah.
shapeshifter.
No, I shouldn't say that. Never mind. But yeah,
No,
like
say it, say it.
no, you gotta edit it out, D.Max. He looks like one
Uh,
of those motherfuckers who'd walk in on To Catch a Predator.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Would you take a seat over here? Would you just take a seat just for a
Jeez.
moment? Just take a seat over here.
Scarce
Yeah.
is
Oh
a kid who
God.
got his
Anyway.
first start on YouTube from me. He uploaded a video on his channel thanking me for giving him his first start.
That sounds familiar. I've heard a story like
Hmm.
that before.
It never ends
Destiny
well.
and Hassan.
Help me remember. Was there another young upstart kid that was trying to make videos on YouTube that he gave a
Mhm.
shout out to?
I can't imagine or think about who you're talking about. There were
It's right on the tip of my tongue.
yeah,
Matt.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
what
I'm
you're
sure it'll come to
talking
me. I'm
about.
sure it'll come to me.
Hey, listen,
know.
I don't want
I
any
really
kind of
don't know
connections
what
with a
you guys
doxer
are
like this,
talking
all
about.
right? Okay, well, let's keep it that way.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, did you get a shout out from Keemstar?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
how
Okay,
I found him
I
back in
thought
the
he
day.
never acknowledged you.
No.
No,
He
he
did. No,
did.
that's why I call him my father. That's why I call him
Yeah.
content father.
Oh,
Is
okay.
because
I thought it was
he
because he
birthed
wouldn't
me.
acknowledge you like a real dad.
No.
Well,
No.
no. It was
Well.
because he brought me into
Well.
this world and then he dropped me off and then he left for a pack
Yeah.
of smokes and never talked to me again after that.
Okay.
That's what
See,
happened.
and Seth, that's how I discovered DMax because he got a Keemstar shout out. And then
Like
DMax
Scarce
and
did,
I,
which I didn't know.
yeah.
I didn't know that
I
Scarce got
didn't,
a
I didn't know
shout-out.
this either. See, I didn't know
Yeah.
this either.
That's
When
deep lore.
but right up to here is where I quit watching. I was like, oh, I'm going to save
I-
and just
you
do
know,
cold react on this.
But I'm gonna go ahead and while we watch this, I'm gonna check the YouTube wiki because I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Even though it happened to me, I don't believe it.
And
So let me see.
after he did that, about a month later, he started copying what I do on YouTube. He started doing news in the Call of Duty community, primarily in the sniping community.
Copying.
And right off the bat, people called him out for copying me, and I defended him. And in fact, I contacted him, befriended him, helped.
You know, I'm sorry. There's just a reoccurring thing here. This sounds like some of the same stuff that he said about Leafy and Grade A
Mhm.
Under A. I mean, you know, how many
Bit of a cycle.
people? Yeah. Yeah. The only one he's never made a video on about stabbed him in the back has been you.
Not yet. Not yet.
He just,
Listen, but
he just
with the way
doesn't
things
talk.
with lolcat were going,
2024.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's around the corner. You know what I mean?
I don't think that's your issue, D.Max. I think there's more going on there.
Yeah, maybe.
Him
All right,
with
let's see what happens
sponsorships.
here.
I was this guy's friend.
He's, oh my gosh, he Tommy C'd him before Tommy C. He got him sponsorships, got him all this money. Poor Scarce is now probably starving to death because of.
I love how artificial it comes off him looking down like, yeah, this guy was my friend.
Yeah. Yeah.
Always. It's
Yeah.
always that.
God. He really used to lean into how he was just such this really good
I
guy.
genuinely felt like with Leafy and
Yeah.
Great that he felt betrayed, like as in they were
Oh,
friends.
yeah.
But here
Yeah.
it was this is so incredibly like
Oh, he's
there's no
hamming
way.
it. He's
Yeah,
hamming
he's
the hell
hamming
out
He
of it.
was
Yeah.
in my channel box here on DramaAlert. You know how it shows other channels that you're friends with or whatever. For the last year, I helped Scarce grow, and when people called him out for copying me, I defended him. The one thing I never really liked about Scarce is that he
He's fat.
And here it comes.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
The one thing I never really liked. See, I defended him.
I defended, yeah,
got
sure. I
brand
defended him. He was my
deals.
friend, you know, brand
I put him in.
deals
I
and the
put him
rest
in
of
the
it. But
recommendation box.
screw that guy, though.
But
I
I
always
never
had a feeling
liked-
about that guy.
I sucked his
Brought him
cock,
into
you
this
know,
world, and I will take him out.
Exactly. Exactly. That's the
God.
mentality.
Didn't really focus too much on the facts. It was all kind of like him injecting opinion and all different types of stuff. A different style than DramaAlert. You know, DramaAlert, we focus on facts, and we need to focus on facts because the people that
Just say that shit.
Oh my
What
god.
the fuck? Can you replay that?
He's saying this
Yeah,
on
100%.
DramaAlert, mind
I
you.
can replay that. Yeah, I can replay that. Hang on here.
Replay.
didn't really that
Paragon of fact.
he
Hang on.
didn't really focus too much on the facts. It was all kind of like him injecting opinion and all different types of stuff. A different style than DramaAlert. You know, DramaAlert, we focus on facts, and we need to focus on facts because the people that we are reporting on have spent years building their career, and if we put out some wrong information, it can really damage their career and hurt.
Yeah. Okay.
I
I
wonder
just
with
want to make
who.
sure I heard that right.
Jesus Christ. Oh, you're nuts. Oh my God. That's rich. That is as rich as a mile up a bull's butt. Oh my God,
Yeah.
that shit.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
God. King, how did you he said you with a straight face and said that, y'all.
That's Keemstar though. That's how it goes.
All right.
Eesh.
So it's a big responsibility to do the news. But when Scarce reported on this story, he
Now I went back and looked at Scarce's channel and tried to find this. And I could not find this video, so I assume Scarce took the video down.
Yeah.
So anyway, I did try to have that for us.
I picked on a kid because their grandfather died. And that hurt me. That hurt me that he got the story wrong. It hurt me that, you know, I've helped Scarce out. I've, you know, like I said, got him sponsorships, got him subs, defended him. And, you know, he didn't take the time. He didn't do the work. He didn't do the research to understand that tweet or even read the tweet. In fact, in the video, he showed the tweet, but he didn't read it in the video.
What does that matter if he read the tweet or not? He showed it. And let's also remember that Keem assumed that the kid was joking. He doesn't know. My question would be to Keem, did you reach out to that kid? Did you ask him, was he being sincere? Was it a troll? Was him just being funny? You don't know. I mean, the same logic, right, can be applied to that as what he's trying to apply to Scarce in this hand, right? But this again is quintessential Keemstar for that era of time, right? He could never, ever, ever be wrong, right? Right up until the point where he got probably the biggest story wrong ever in his life that haunted him till the day the man died, which was, just a short, was it about 2-3 years after this, I think, is when
2
that
years,
happened.
something like that.
He just assumed that I was picking on a kid whose grandfather that died. And I'm friends with a guy. You know, if I assumed that he did the same thing, I would contact him. I would call him. I would talk to him. He even says in the video, I don't know why he would do that. Well, if you're going to be doing news and you have questions, you should probably go get the answers. You should probably contact that person.
Well, hang on. Didn't he question why? Hang on. Didn't Keem at the beginning of this video question why they didn't terminate that guy? Did he go to them and ask them why they didn't terminate him? Because he didn't say he ever talked to him. He never said he had conversations with them about, I don't know. Maybe I'm just being too.
Sorry. I've been a little out to lunch. I'm gonna start focusing again. I've been just kind of like digging in to see if like this claim that Keemstar had that he shouted
Yeah.
out Scarce, if that even
Yeah.
pans out. I
Sure.
can't see any hide nor hair of anything that even like says that ever
Well,
happened.
okay,
I
so
mean,
what
it could
you
have been
have
a
to
long time ago or something.
all right,
but-
so here's some more context why you might not be able to find it. Because going back and looking at Scarce's channel, which he has videos going way back longer
Yes.
than what Drama Alert has, because you have to remember, Drama Alert lost their channel like once or twice, maybe 3 times before this one here that stuck.
Sure.
Because you have to remember, Keemstar got banned. Keemstar got banned off of YouTube multiple times. That was one of the longest things. One of the many allegations that were thrown against him for years was that he was on here illegally, right? That he was ban evading. And he said, no, I don't own Drama Alert. I'm just a, he said he was just a talent, right? He was just hired talent. You know, the Drama Alert was actually owned by somebody else, and it was in their name and everything, right? And that's how he was skirting, quote, the relegations. Just a second, I'm getting texted here.
I just found out Andre Brager died, and now I'm sad.
Who's that?
Who's that?
That's Captain Holt on Brooklyn Nine.
Who's 99?
What's his name?
Andre Brager. Also apparently on a show
Andre-
called Homicide, but he's the best
Andrew
deadpan
Grogger.
guy.
You can't laugh at the man's death. He died. He just died.
I'm
just
sorry, what
died,
was his
too.
name again? Andrew Grogger.
Andrew. Yeah, how do you spell that?
Andre Brager. It's
Andre.
Braugh.
Grogger. I can't.
Braugh.
You're gonna have to
Seth, you're terrible. Oh, Andrew Bro. Oh.
Brogger.
Oh, wow. Yeah, he's been in a few things. God damn it, Seth.
What was his, I'm sorry, what was his name again?
So
Andre
mean.
Brager. It's
Brogger. I thought it was Grogger.
Braugher.
I
Brager.
did not spell that right. You're gonna have to.
Me neither. I had to look it up. I couldn't figure it out.
Oh, I see. Broader. Broader.
Brager. Brager. Brager.
You're all lucky he's the comedian and would appreciate this.
Breyer.
Oh, okay, good. I'm glad. I'm glad he's not like just
Oh,
looking
no,
down
he
at us
was
from heaven,
married
just
with
being like, "You
children."
assholes." It's my name. Don't wear it out. I assume
Oh,
that's
he's
what he
in the
talks like.
mist. Okay, that's a good
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm back. I'm sorry.
one. Okay,
Nice.
people, did you hear Andrew Brogger died?
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Have you seen
Okay.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
No.
He's been in other things too. If
Have
you
you
saw his
He's
seen
face,
been in
House
other
of Pain?
things, but
sad. Very sad.
Okay, did you see Jackie Chan's Adventures? He's in that.
No.
That's a
he's a voice actor
that
in
would be
that.
a voice
Seth.
actor. Yeah, so
Yeah.
you wouldn't know. God damn it. Who did he play?
All right, so let's get back to this.
I don't know. Let me look it up.
Let's get.
No,
Also,
you're
who's
good. You're good.
Jackie
Let's
Chan?
just
I
get
hope he played
let's
Jackie
get-
Chan.
All right, let's get back to. Yeah,
I don't think
exactly.
he played Jackie Chan. I think Jackie
He might
Chan
have.
played Jackie Chan.
No, he didn't actually. Jackie Chan did not play. Jackie Chan can't speak
Okay.
Did
English.
he not?
So
No.
I don't know where we
Wait,
were
how
at in
can
this.
he not speak English?
We gotta get back into this, Seth. I've got a
Yeah,
limited
let's
amount of
get
time.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
we gotta
yeah.
get this. Okay. So all right. So I don't even know where. I'll just start playing because I don't even remember
When
where
he
we were
started
at, so.
talking about what the Obey member said about my kid, he laughed in the video. So this hurt me. I just could not believe that someone that I've helped on YouTube would do this to me.
So I guess if Scarce did that, that was wrong. You know, if they were laughing about what, you know, the dude said about it, you know, Keem's kid, wrong. But it would have, I guess it would have been nice if he'd have showed a clip of that or something.
Yeah,
to show,
because
you know,
again, we all we can do is speculate. But I assume, right? If I'm putting myself in Scarce's position, I'd
Yeah.
assume it would be probably like, in knowing Scarce too a little bit.
Yeah.
I feel like what Scarce would have done is he would have been like, okay, guys, and also today we have, this tweet here, saying this about like Keemstar's kid, and guys, I just think this is crazy, guys. Like, but
Yeah.
what do you guys
Yeah.
think? Like, tell me in the
Yeah.
comment section. I guarantee it was something like that. I don't think
Why
it
do
was
you
like,
have such a good Scarce voice? Did you practice
I don't know.
that?
I just noticed it. I guess it
Yeah.
does happen.
But again, like I said, that video is gone. I went and looked. It's not there.
Yeah, I
Right?
just looked too.
So-
So
Yeah.
yeah, I made some videos on Twitter calling him out, saying that he has no integrity. He shouldn't be doing news. And not only that,
If Keemstar called me and said those things, I would laugh in his face. Be like,
Right.
sir,
Right. Exactly.
sir, this is a Wendy's. What are you doing?
Exactly.
he's betrayed
Yeah,
me.
jeez.
As
Get
a
you some
friend.
chili.
Get you some chili.
And freezing,
Oh God.
Okay.
preferably
alright.
5 bottles of it or whatever.
Oh, God.
Put it in your
Someone that
freezer.
helped him grow here on YouTube. When I first reached out to him via Skype, I
side.
assumed that he would just remove the video, upload a video apologizing, explaining to his audience that he got the story
Oh
wrong.
my God! Assumed more like
God.
that's what you demanded. You lunatic, you Keem. This is why we loved you back then. You're fucking
Yeah.
you're ridiculous. You're a sociopath.
Because
I
here's
think
and of
this
course
is his first take of this because he put that deep sigh in there. That makes me think he rehearsed it at least once.
possibly.
I think this is
I
off
don't
the
know.
cuff. He's just like this.
Well, he didn't edit it. I mean, this is all one
No.
take, so
Yeah.
I don't know.
But
No, I
see,
think
here's
he
the
did the
thing
whole
too.
thing twice.
Yeah.
But
Well, it's
Probably.
possible.
Yeah,
But here's
yeah.
the thing too. You'd have to also remember, right? We're looking at this through 2023 eyes. We're looking at this where Keem is a lot better, well known. And again, like I said, he's given up this facade of being like this good guy Keem. Back then, he was in full cute good guy Keem mode, and he's like trying to be this, like he's reputable and this, that, and whatever else. So it doesn't shock or surprise me that he tried this, right? This whatever. It doesn't shock me at all. But looking back now with the knowledge we have, I 100% can just laugh my ass off at this. This is so laughable. Because when he got in that Skype call, he's probably calling him every name underneath the sun, calling him everything but a human being, questioning the birth of his was he a legitimate birth? Was his parents married? I mean, just anything. Max, you probably have been on the receiving end of a few of Keemstar's tirades.
Oh, I sure have. Yeah.
So I'm sure I hope this doesn't cause you PTSD, but
yeah, a little bit. My palms are sweaty. Knees weak.
Mom
Mom
sp-
spaghetti.
mom
I'm
Spaghetti.
the heavy dust
Yeah.
vomit on the sweater already. Mom spaghetti.
Exactly.
On
On the surface, I did look calm and ready, but I
You
was.
dropped
Yeah.
bombs?
He actually Keemstar was the one dropping bombs on me. So yeah.
Exactly.
And then you kept
I know
on
how it feels.
forgetting?
Yeah.
What I wrote down. Yeah, the whole crowd goes through.
Oh.
But that didn't happen.
All right. So let's
That's
That
continue.
didn't
crazy.
happen at all.
Man, you scared?
Him sending that message out there that I picked on a kid for his grandpa dying was just so wrong.
So based. Yes, I agree. So based.
Well, it's such a mild thing too.
Yeah.
I guess we're looking at this from a modern lens, but it
Yeah,
is really funny
yeah.
because I feel like Keemstar now would be like, "Yeah, I made fun of your dead grandpa. What are you gonna do about it, chump?"
Yeah, exactly
You know?
right.
He
Exactly.
wouldn't care.
And
No.
change the mind.
He'd double down. He'd be like, "That was great
100%.
content.
Yeah.
Best
Exactly.
content of the year, right there."
People, people
Yeah.
think that I'm fucking evil because of what he said.
You kind of are, and it has nothing to do with what he said. I mean, let's just be honest about this.
I took such a bad moment to take a sip of water. Oh my God.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Oh,
So
God.
then, this same guy that I helped out, Scarce, he decided to, because I blocked him on Twitter, I removed him from my channel box on YouTube, and I blocked him on Skype. He decided to tweet out, "I dare Keemstar to come to a debate."
Went nuclear.
You know, he basically wanted.
If you cared about your viewers, you would let someone come on and debate you about all the times you've messed up, Keemstar X. See, this was back when on Keemstar's other Twitter account. Yeah, that's right. He's got another Twitter account because that one got banned.
Yeah.
Just debate me. Yeah, just debate me again unless you're scared. Retweet if you want a debate between myself and Keemstar X. The
Look at
money
that.
made from it goes to the fans. There you go.
Look at that too. It's got like 1,000 updates or like 1,000 retweets, I guess, at that point.
Oh,
So
yeah, yeah,
that's,
yeah.
Oh my god.
yeah, that's
You
people
just
want to see
gained
it.
20 pounds.
By saying updates, that's all it got.
This
me.
situation
I don't go on
for
Reddit at
him
all,
to get
okay?
more
Okay,
attention.
good.
Yeah.
And I was so angry, and I
That you didn't think of it first? Okay, I'll give you that one.
Son of a bitch is stealing my content and is beating me to the punch. Son of a bitch.
Scarce out Keem.
I had some
Oh,
stuff that I
that's
needed to
so
say
good.
to
That's
him.
so
I
good.
said,
Yeah.
fine. And I went live, and I invited him on my show, and we had a debate. A lot of things
You
were
did
said
the
back and
Uno
forth.
reverse
and,
card.
At one part of the debate,
Yeah.
I explained to him that, 3 months ago, we had to stop tweeting news. And the reason why we had to stop tweeting news is because Scarce was taking the DramaAlert news that we were tweeting and hurrying up and rushing and uploading a video. On DramaAlert, we don't have a quota. We don't upload every day. We want to make sure that, the news that we put together here is good. We want to make sure that all the content's there.
All right. Listen, I think that's kind of a dubious claim again because there's no receipts. So I would love to see like a 1-for-1, like Grade
Yeah.
A did with
Yeah.
what is his name, Santoro or whatever. But like,
Yeah.
here's the thing, is that it was a small pool of information. It's like, I mean, and
Sure.
it's the same type of content. So like, it would reasonably make sense that like Scarce
Yeah.
would be covering the same types of things that Keem would. And again, if like if you're just putting that out on Twitter, but you're not making a video of it, then that's research. It's not stealing. You know what I mean? Unless he's doing like a word for word, kind of like takeaway kind of a thing like that. I mean, I don't know. That sounds like a skill issue, Keem. I'm not gonna lie.
We put a lot of time and effort into making sure that we have everything right. Scarce was taking the news that we found, rushing, getting it out to YouTube before we did. And then once we would upload and do a thorough job, a good job, we would get comments saying that we're copying Scarce. So we stopped tweeting it. And I brought that up. And he said, I didn't do that. I didn't copy you, or we weren't stealing your news, or he said he wasn't stealing my news. And I brought up the point that, he reports on the sniping Call of Duty team, and that all of a sudden, about 3 months ago, he starts reporting on Minecraft YouTubers and, hacking stuff, and he starts reporting on KSI. And apparently KSI was watching, and he tweeted at Scarce something like, "Keep your name out of my mouth, hashtag Keemstar for life," defending me.
See, again, this is such, I mean, if you're doing news, kind of like what Max was saying, if you're covering news within the COD community or whatever, right? There's only so much you can cover. And if you start diversifying, just covering more, I guess, drama news, for lack of a better word. I mean, yeah, I mean, it makes sense that you would expand into other areas. Did it overlap with Keemstar? 100%. If he beats you to the punch on a story, that doesn't necessarily mean he got it from one of your tweets, dude. It just means he beat you to the punch. Get good, I guess. I don't.
And I've thought about that. And I've been thinking about that. Why KSI defended me. Me and KSI have always been cool, but we're not like best friends.
Flash forward.
And I think the reason, and I could be wrong, but I think the reason why KSI defended me is because what Scarce did to me probably hit home to KSI.
Oh, he's a dad, got kids?
Oh my god.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he really's poured it on thick, isn't he?
This
I mean,
is
he
yeah,
really,
this is like an Oscar worthy performance here.
yeah.
My goodness.
As you know, he had a beef with Gunjan Daniel for years, and the only thing that we could get out of KSI of why there was a beef was, basically that Gunjan Daniel used him. And from the outside looking in, I thought it was kind of weird that KSI wouldn't forgive him after years, But now that this experience has happened to me firsthand, now I understand why KSI wouldn't forgive him. This YouTube game is hard. There's a lot of work. There's a lot of effort. And when you're willing to go and help someone out and then they just use you and then they betray you, it's something that you can't forgive. All right. And that's pretty much where I'm at with it. I cannot forgive what Scarce did. I've literally helped this guy.
What the hell? Do you think he would have murdered his child or something? Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Like, he reported on a tweet, dude. Like, that's it. That's all he did. He just reported on a tweet, and he might have laughed at it. Like,
You know what?
So what?
I wonder if he could walk up to Scarce right then and just give him the Sicilian kiss and say, "I know it was you,
Fredo.
Fredo. I know it was you. You broke my heart.
He broke my heart. He broke my heart,
My
Fredo.
heart, Fredo. Yeah, 100%. He gave him the Sicilian kiss. I think he really would.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I don't know why this man didn't get an Oscar nomination for this video.
He should be.
I mean,
he honestly, he should do acting. Like, I think, like, if
Yeah.
you know what, for the next, actually, if they want to reboot the Spider-Man franchise, you got to get
Yeah.
Keemstar to play J. Jonah Jameson. You just gotta.
Right?
He'd be perfect. He'd be
Oh, God.
perfect. Wouldn't it be awesome?
It would be.
I want to
100%
see.
awesome.
Oh my god! Can you imagine like a Miles Morales Spider-Man like live action, but then they got Keemstar to play J. Jonah Jameson? That'd be perfect.
Oh, and I Show Speed could be Spider-Man.
No. I was gonna say that Alex should be Spider-Man.
Oh, well, Alex probably be a little old to play Spider-Man.
Oh god!
I see what you did
Poor
there.
Miles. Yeah,
I see what you
you
did
get
there.
it.
guy
You get it.
has
I
made
know
a
what you did there.
career out of,
Okay.
copying what I do. And instead of me, putting him on blast, I stuck up for him for all this time. I got the guy's sponsorship deals. He was
How many times is he going to say, "I got him sponsorship deals"?
Mhm.
Good night, dude.
It's got a
in
hammer
my
at home.
channel box.
Oh, yeah, hammer the hell out of it.
And also, oh my god. And this is also too around the time of content where people were just trying to it's like it was really hard for whatever reason for people to make like a 10-minute long video. So it was just like stretch, baby, stretch. That's got to
And
be
he
it
did
too.
this
I'm
to
sure.
me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
a lot of people keep asking, why aren't you dropping it? This is why. I don't think
Because I'm a petty bitch.
Because he's my competition and I'm scared.
Yeah, exactly. Because they at one point they were like really neck and neck, and then when the whole thing with
Grade A.
Leafy Grade A and all that stuff happened,
Yeah.
Scarce actually overtook Keem in
Now,
sub.
to be fair though, this was a year and a half maybe before all of that. So
Yeah.
so Scarce is somewhat small potatoes at this point. But I,
Yeah.
to be honest with you, the entire time Scarce was on in the zeitgeist of commentary
Yeah.
or whatever this
Yeah.
was at this point. It was always seen that Scarce was competition for Keemstar because it was
Sure.
just, again, it just made too much sense. It's like Keem is fast and loose with the facts and he does the more entertainment style based
Yep.
kind of thing. And Scarce actually does like just hardline, just research, just this is what happened,
And not only that, but Keemstar would actually go out and stir up stuff just so he could
Oh,
have
yeah.
a drama alert. Scarce didn't do that. Scarce
No.
simply reported what happened.
stayed out of
Period.
it.
He did
Always
not go
has.
and stir things. Keemstar would be publicly stirring things. He'd be stirring things behind the scenes.
Honestly,
Yeah.
maybe that's the reason why Scarce got rid. I mean, we don't know because the receipts aren't here, right? But my speculation is that like maybe Scarce went a little bit too much into like maybe he was dancing on a grave, let's say, with Keem with that tweet
Well-
or something like that. Maybe it was that sort of like a comment. But you and I both know it's like it wouldn't be anything that controversial, not from
No.
Scarce.
No, he was Scarce was is, was, and will always be milk toast. He's he's not. It's very dry. It's like I would put an equivalency to like a Walter Cronkite. This is the news tonight. Da, 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 da. It was just matter of facts. It was not. He would say things like, "It's crazy to me why they would do something like that. I don't understand that." He would. That would be the most whimsical or interjecting of his quote opinions is it's crazy to me. I don't understand. That would be it. I mean, he didn't do it wasn't like a what do you call it, what's the word I'm looking for, like when you have a
Not
letter
sure.
to the editor, right, type thing. It
Oh,
wasn't
yeah. It wasn't
like
fuck, what do they call that? Op-ed or like a it
yeah,
wasn't
it was an op-ed. His videos were not op-ed pieces, right? They were not full of opinions. They were not full of his opinions. He simply would present the information out there, period. I don't ever remember him getting too like preachy or interjecting like any type of stances or anything like that. Like I said, the most one of his most, I guess, repeated statements was like, that's crazy, dude."
yeah, that was
You know,
his that was
that
it.
was his go-to phrase.
That was the
"That's
most
crazy."
controversial thing
Yeah,
that he said, always.
yeah, always. Okay, we got just a few more minutes. Oh, I'm
I think
sorry.
I'm
Actually,
ever
we
going
got
to
like
drop
less
it. I
than a
don't think
minute.
I'm
Let's
ever
just
going to
finish
forgive
this
him.
up.
Yeah.
You think that people are your friends in this YouTube game, but they're just fake. They're fake. I thought the leaders of FaZe and me were cool. When this situation happened, they're like, "Oh, we're not taking sides." I understand that people are just fake. People are thinking about their careers. People are thinking about what's best for them.
Oh my god, Keem.
Yeah, yeah.
Let it play.
So I didn't know. So is this what caused this big split between him and FaZe? I guess at the time, because
Maybe.
he
That
was
might be
FaZe
it.
Keem.
Yeah.
He was FaZe Keem, and then he kind of he dropped the FaZe. They're cool now, obviously, but
Mm-hmm.
at the time, yeah, I knew he.
They weren't
I knew
publicly
he.
traded at that point yet either, were they?
Oh no, this is way before that. They didn't get started publicly trading until like maybe
So they
what,
buried the hatchet
5 years
before
ago.
that. Yeah, because
I
for people who
guess.
don't know,
Yeah.
this was confirmed kind of recently with some of the. I think
Yeah.
it was like honestly the Salvo stuff.
Yeah.
Because it was just like it brought up in passing.
Yeah.
But Keem actually he got a good amount of money from his connections with FaZe because he ended up getting like a big share of their like he got a
Yeah.
bunch of stocks and shit. So
Yeah.
we don't know if he sold that. I think the implication is that he sold that and got all the money from it.
I
And
don't know.
basically just walked away and whatever. But he doesn't have. He says that he doesn't have any affiliation with FaZe anymore. So
Yeah.
and in all likelihood, I guess that would be the case. So
how
Yeah.
would people
know,
react
just
to this? They're not thinking about what's right, what's good. They're not thinking about loyalty. They're not thinking
my
about
God.
just being a good human. They're thinking.
It's so rich.
Wow.
It's just
He's
so
it's just
rich.
he's trying to guilt trying to guilt trip all the other creators around him.
Yeah.
He wants Scarce to be gone. He wants Scarce to be completely yeeted, for
Yeah.
all of this stuff. The problem is Scarce is
Yeah.
not the one who made the tweet. He's just the person who covered it. I mean, how many
Yeah.
things that are heinous and terrible does Keemstar cover that people could just easily just flip that around and be like, Keem, what the hell, man? But he's not willing to give that charitability, I guess, to Scarce that it's like, hey, he's just covering
Thinking
something.
about what's going to make them look best or
Where's
what's
that?
going to get them ahead.
Oh.
And I just don't have that same thought process. I have a very different thought process.
Yeah, I'm sure you don't, bro.
God.
So, firstly, I've been muted for much longer than I realized. But also, I was going to say that people like to say that women are dramatic, and then men get to put out videos like this, and no one calls them dramatic. Like this was.
You
No,
can
Keemstar
100%
is
call him
100%
dramatic.
dramatic.
Oh,
yeah, he
100%.
is.
100%. Yeah.
He should have been
This
born a
was
woman.
my boyfriend didn't do what I wanted him to do. I'm gonna come on here and just, I'm just
That
gonna
is
talk
kinda what
about
this
it to
is.
my friends, all of you, my friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guilt
Yeah,
trip.
he
Come on, guys.
literally brought out the, how he was like, I thought that Scarce would do this when I said this. So it's like,
Yeah.
when the
Yeah.
boyfriend is like, I thought when I said I didn't want to go that he'd actually invited me, but okay, well he didn't. So,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna make this video right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, so that was the first one I could find. Like I said, going back to through the I don't know what you would call it, I guess, but
The archives.
the archives. Yeah. So um,
This was interesting.
yeah, like I said, I didn't even know about this,
I like
right?
looking into the psyche. I felt like
Yeah.
we got a little look into his psyche right there, the Keemstar.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Well,
At least at that time.
I don't know about psyche. I just think we got to see like the
I love the little quirks that you can see when people make videos. I
yeah
love looking at that. And
yeah
Keemstar has a lot of them, I'm gonna be honest.
yeah. So anyway, I guess that's pretty much it. Let's wrap this up with any closing thoughts and get out of here. So,
I love
Right.
Keemstar.
Seth, you love Keems, okay?
I
D-Max.
love Keemstar.
I too have an appreciation for Keemstar. I would say that this is very typical of like that time of content. Keem has gotten, I think, a lot more honest, but also a lot smarter with a lot of this stuff. And I think that he just wasn't really. I don't think.
Yeah.
I think at that time the reason why he felt like he could get away with a lot of this stuff is because I don't think there was anybody who really had their wits about them that was making content that was able to like kind of levy a lot of shit at him and just say, hey Keem, you know why are you saying this? Does it, like, consistency check, that kind of thing. It's just it's fascinating looking back and looking at old Drama Alert stuff. It's always fun.
Yeah.
Gigi, any closing thoughts?
I will concur with that. I think the idea that you could make a video like this and everyone wouldn't come out and be like, "What are you gonna cry? What are your panties in a bunch?" Like, it's kind of
Yeah.
an interesting concept because I feel like if he put this out today, we would all clown on him just constantly for 24 hours.
Well,
Which
if we go,
honestly is probably part of the reason why he doesn't make like drama alerts on YouTube anymore, is because he knows the sharks are here. I think. Now that I'm
so
thinking about
here's some of the comments from the actual the people left at the time, right? 8 years ago. This user Tractor Z, which has 24,000 subs, says, I can understand if someone were to say something to your daughter directly, but over the internet, come on, Keem, you've been doing this longer than most, and you're going to let someone over the internet get to you. I know you're defending your kid, but you could as easily ignored him because you know he wasn't actually going to follow up on it. That's my opinion, and I don't understand why you let the situation get so out of control.
Base
Please stop
take.
being so close-minded. Um,
Wow.
uh,
Oh yeah, I should revisit that. So my thing with the kid is I don't the reason I'm not like, oh, Keem definitely had this right to defend his kid is because I don't think that was the main reason for it. Nothing about
Hold
this
up.
video makes me think that it was.
Hold
Yeah.
up. Dusty commented, Keemstar, you seem to miss out the part where you threatened to go to his parents' house and say hi. Wait.
Also, if you
Wait,
do hang on.
Keemstar?
Yeah, he goes, also, if you do a thorough job, why do you put video evidence of him laughing at your daughter? Well, in fact, throughout that whole video, he defended your daughter. All you are is a bully who twists people's words and stories to gain views.
Oh,
Well,
Keemstar.
look
No,
at that.
Keemstar would get mad.
So,
The comments be cooking.
yeah, Exotic Production says, why didn't you address the fact that you threatened both him and his parents? Thomas Zhang says, here at Drama Alert, we focus on facts. We don't want to take you down. We don't want to take down big YouTubers who spent years building their success. I spewed out all of my organs and laughed my ass off when I heard this. This was 7 years ago, right?
Yeah.
So even back then, people were like, yeah, right.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Fair.
right.
Anyway,
Wow.
there was another, what was it here? This, it goes, LOL, when you go and watch Scarce's video after and realize what a hypocrite Keem is, LOL at all the people calling people Scarce fanboys for calling Keem out. Never heard of Scarce until this drama, and I'm totally on his side.
Nice. Yeah.
So, that's just that's just a little sampling of some of the top comments off this video. So so I think that's kind of my closing statement on this is
So Scarce W.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
were looking back at this through 2023 eyes, but even back then in 2015 eyes, people were laughing at Keem on this one and saying,
Yeah.
dude.
Oh my God, I didn't even notice it. Look at the dislike ratio. Holy hell.
Yeah, whoa.
Wow.
The
That's
dislike.
20,000 updudes to
God, stop
34,000
saying
up
that.
or
I
down
just gained
dudes.
20 pounds on your behalf.
I'm gonna say it forever now because of that. You don't
And
want me,
on
I'm
that,
taking it.
and on that note, guys, we're out of here. Thank you for tuning in. Well, we love your faces. Keep your powder dry, and we will.
Wait.
Wait, Brimlum, yeah, Brimlum, yeah.
Yeah, we gotta hold on. I
Oh,
didn't
yeah,
pull
we
it up.
got to
I
do.
was
I'm
gonna-
sorry. All right.
I'll get it.
You pause over us
Voltage
today,
Mike,
clearly.
Brimyum, Leia.
Love tragedy. K-Huck.
Siley
Close.
gets real.
You're close.
No.
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 Yeah.
I'm guessing Nerdy John. Mame,
I like this.
Aerothaltich.
Mame.
Gardinosaur.
No,
Voltage
no.
Mike.
No, Voltage Mike is
These
up
are
there.
people.
Okay. People who are part of the Goblin crew, who apparently Goblin Seth likes to stalk, but apparently she doesn't know their names. Echo of Tragedy, Joey K, Mr. Bramium Leia, Simon Goge, Voltage Mike, Mame S, Trippy Savage, K Huck, and Pigeon Salad. If you would like to be a part of the Goblin crew too and get a follow or get stalked by Seth, or I don't know what'll happen to your families, but it'll be always TOS compliant. You can pay us $9.99 a month and get shouted out at the end of every live stream and episode. You can also become a mud pie and gain early access to our content whenever we post it. That is $4.99 a month. Or you can become a mudslinger for just $1.99 a month, and you can be a part of our members only chats and get priority comments and all that good stuff. So thank you for all of our members. Thank you.
Thank you. I didn't know we had that many. The only one I knew for
Yeah.
sure was Mames, and then Bramium Leia.
Yeah.
So,
Joe.
Now we got that in. Sorry, I almost forgot that one, guys. My bad.
worries.
But anyway, keep your powder dry, and we will see you in the funny papers.